What is going on, everybody? My name is AJ, and we are back again playing Enderal. Enderal. We just got done with the Forgotten Temple, and we are heading on to the next little main mission area. So we are here. Wait, where is this? I don't remember. But we're in this little tower here. This is really just a pass through. But there is some good stuff here, so I want to make sure I show you guys this. There's an ancient crystal. I think those sell for a decent price, but I couldn't tell you what it is. The values mean absolutely nothing that are listed on here. They are arbitrary numbers of like the absolute maximum values, but yeah, they don't count for anything. Now, luckily, I have one arrow to trigger this guy into fighting me. Hello, cave troll. I'm right here. Come get me, bro. Woo. Thank you. Thank you. Troll fat. Human flesh. Good. Okay, so there's these things. I'm not exactly sure what they do, other than give you experience, and there's 100 of them. So, I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. Some ambrosia, which is great, which makes going this route instead of, in last episode, I jumped down, would have bypassed this completely. There's an old sword here. Is that a torch? Human flesh. Petty soul gem. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's his femur that I was seeing. Let's take you to Sun Coast. Oh, I forgot. Go back. Abandoned tower. That's what it's called. We need to go back in here. I completely forgot to check where our buddy was. He's actually guarding some pretty decent loot, so we need to go in here. Skeleton's got nothing, but there's this. Good. It's still here. So it's a Staff of Flames. This has been here in 2 playthroughs that I've actually gone to the Abandoned Tower. So I'm thinking it's static loot, which is just going to stay here. It's not going to switch out, which is good. On top of that, you get a little different armor. It's still also only an 11, but it is called Vagrant Armor. And it just looks a little bit better for my character's tastes, as opposed to the robes. But there's some money, backpacks. Oh yes, 2 torches. I only picked up 1, but we want both. There's another bow if you need it. Jeez, it was hard to pick up though. And there. I don't think there's anything up here. Last time I couldn't really make it, but I wasn't really trying all that hard. But there you go. Some decent loot, some armor if you missed the old robe. Okay, be careful. But there you go. We're good to go. We're fine. We're all right now. So we're going to keep on going here. I don't know how long this episode's going to be in particular, but I will try my best to make it in the 30-minute range. Hello. But I make no promises. Wolf meat is great. So here's the thing with... This is another brittle bow. I don't want it. Clothes do nothing for me, but... Let's see. Shoes. I just want them because my feet are bare. Arrows. Healing potions. I don't need another pickaxe. So, here's the thing with food. You don't have to cook it in this game. At least not that I know of. There's a mod that makes this thing more challenging. So, if that's something you're looking for, feel free to do it. This is where I was trying to jump up in the last video. But... yeah, there's a way to make it tougher, and maybe food has to be cooked in that particular version. But currently, you don't need to cook food. So I am a big fan of raw meat. It works really well. I'm going to do this. Keep this. It works really well to heal you up. So when you kill animals, collect their meat if they've got it. So where are you guys? Hey, fellas. Hey. Hey. I mean, I pissed someone off. I guess that idiot doesn't know I'm up here, or doesn't want to try to pathfind to me. There we go. Hey, fellas. Now this staff's gonna run out on me, I'm sure. Oh, it's already dead. Whoa, hey. Nothing. Nothing. Where are you? Oh, there it is. I just roasted you. Beautiful. Oh, he may have something. Pelt. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna need leather and stuff. Okay. So we're good now. Now, I'll be fully honest, I do not remember everything that's around this area, so I'm going to search some. If my efforts are pretty fruitless, I'll cut it out. I guess I'll keep the fight in. Hey, crab. Hey. Crab shells are for alchemy, apparently. I know there's one out here somewhere. Where the hell did you go? I'll just catch that salmon while I'm here. Oh, hey. Well, okay. We'll go ahead and dig here. Is something I can do? No. All right. X marks the spot. So we got some bone meal. Bone meal will be great for if you're going the path of the werewolf, lycanthrope. The potion to turn yourself into a werewolf requires bone meal. So don't pass it up. It's actually something good to use. I never got that far in actually turning, but it's definitely something to be aware of, because otherwise I wouldn't have passed it up. Okay, so there's that. There's this weird noise in my ears. Wait, what was that? You guys saw that, right? Wait. Jewelry box? I've never found that before. Okay, cool. Copper necklace of the highwayman. Highwayman, if you want to. Sneak is 7% better. Cool. There it is, yeah. I've actually checked all of the waterfalls that I come across, and I try to put my head into them to see if there's anything back there. And I guess this is the only one I ever missed, because I've never seen that treasure chest in there. But that's worthwhile in particular if you're a stealthy character. I am not, but this will help me and my heavy armor be a little sneakier. So that's good. That's great. I'm grateful that I found that. Speaking of heavy armor, here's your first taste. It's heavy leather. I forgot that was there. I'm glad I stumbled over it almost literally. I need to put some torches out. I think what I'll do... Let's see, is there not a bed? He didn't have a bed. Okay. Empty wine bottle. Saw, pot. Wine bottles. Okay. We're going to go ahead and equip this because heavy armor is what I'm going for. just 24 armor, as opposed to the old Vagrant stuff, which is 11. So it's definitely better and worth it. I forgot to put my shoes on. I don't like, there's like strange wispy voice noises in my ear holes. That's not favorable for AJ. So we're gonna heal ourselves. I don't think there's... Hey! Whoa! Oh, the sound just delayed. Don't scare me, game. Okay, so... I'm gonna take a quick look. Don't remember if there's anything else. I think we're just going to go ahead and head to the main mission and then come back over here once we've rested. Because there might be something worthwhile that I am forgetting about around here. Okay. Oh, I hear it. Where are you? No, keep humming. If you guys hear the... What is it, Ninroot or whatever it is from Skyrim sound? That is a very important herb for you. I think it's over here, actually. Oh yeah, it's getting louder. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I found you. Okay, so this is called Vinroot. Vinroot is very important. It is a key ingredient to making ambrosia. So if you want to make it, you're going to need that stuff. So it's very important to pick it up if you find it. So if you start hearing that noise, track it down. You're going to want it later. I promise. Wild berry. There we go. Wait, let's check this chest real quick. Just a rancid mana potion. Hello, sir.
Now, would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
That's a long story. Where am I? And who are you?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
Did my torch burn out?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
I love this guy's accent. If only I were born somewhere besides Florida with just a plain Jane American accent. Anyways, I like using these knowledge questions. There are some Steam rewards or whatever it is based off of these achievements. That's what I meant. So feel free to ask all the knowledge questions. I'm going to do it for this playthrough, so feel free to listen.
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
That's my only complaint. It's called Riverville. Riverville sounds like something I would come up with when I was like 12. Just saying. I see. And are there places that might be of interest to an adventurer?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Okay. You said you were an apothecarius by my path. What do you mean by my path?
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
A role designated by Malthus? You mean the gods assign your profession to you?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
But aren't you frustrated by being bound to that path? Don't you want to advance?
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path, and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
And who are these pathless?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know.
In Niram, there's a rumor that the gods are dead. I don't really like that one, but I'm going to say it.
And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy.
Fair enough. Just an idea yourself? Wait, okay.
Well, I didn't come up with it.
Okay, what's up with... What about my eyes?
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
What's your story? Why are you here?
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
Okay, so...
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Boy, Finn, you shut it. Okay, so... this is a good time to try selling stuff. Buying prices are higher than selling. The name selection at the bottom, you can switch. Yeah, okay, this is standard stuff. But he does have some learning books, which are good. Prices are ridiculous at 86 pennies for each book. It's 54 for life absorption, but I don't really need that. But he's got 2 ambrosia, but this is what I was talking about. Value is 215, so it's very expensive to do ambrosia, but it's also very hard to find all the ingredients for ambrosia, so there's a trade-off here. We're actually gonna, I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of books. I would prefer if he had two-handed, but he doesn't. Let's go with heavy armor. I'll pick up 2 of them. 1, 2, and then you know what? Let's pick up 3. It makes me poor, but there's some exploring I'm gonna be doing in a minute here. Let's switch. See if I've got anything. Take the old robe. Take this, and this is cost nothing, but you can have the knife. I mean, you can recycle the knife and stuff, but yeah, I don't care right now. And 1, 2 there. Anything else? I think we're good. My weight's still manageable right now. Do I have any clutter? Technically, I picked that book up by mistake. These are apparently clutter too, so I'm going to get rid of them as well. Nails are considered tools. These goblets, I don't think we need for anything. This is clutter, 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 clutter. Ancient coins are considered clutter as well, but I want to keep them. Just because. So I'm going to keep these. I almost got enough out of selling stuff for a whole nother book, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, that's it. Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed.
Thanks, buddy.
Carbos, do we need this?
We're going to save real fast. Or not save. We're going to learn our books real fast. We got 4 heavy armor apprentice. To 16, that's 17, 18, 19. Okay. And then we're going to take a look at this real quick. So I'm a 19 base, but I'm at 21. So currently I am 2 above because of my bonuses. I'm 2 above what my current level is. I don't know if that changes, because at one point in my other character, I got like 4 points above. So I don't know if it fluctuates or why it fluctuates. Maybe it's a level thing. But that's good to know. So here we go.
I clean all the tools.
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Don't get on my nerves.
Okay, so let's save it.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. I suddenly have this kind of fever. Do you know any? Do you have any idea about what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Sure thing.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Cabros is a real
Thank
jerk
you.
face.
Gruntroots, gruntroots. Ah, here we go.
Ah! Sorry, I was taking a drink and then I forgot to follow him.
So, let's see. Sheer cap, Some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
Explore...
They've hit me.
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you.
Uncork.
See? You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks. But what in blazes just happened there?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality. And too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
I knew that was coming too, but I've never noticed the fire arrow before. Okay, so that's what I was trying to stop, but I can't. And also, I accidentally stood up.
Look at that.
Don't know what
Our
happened there.
mysterious survivor has awoken.
Where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
How do you know about the apothecary? Were you there when they were attacked?
I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help, for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry.
Wait, what do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yeah.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist will be able to cure this fever?
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
Knowledge. What do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
If I contain the fever, but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches and general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Oh, wait, it'll kill me? And what's an Orbaya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
It's not what your subtitle said, but sure. Are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
Huh. And what about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever?
You have visions?
Never mind. No, I was joking. For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I've had this fever, I get these strange premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Treatment for information? All right.
Well, then, the stage is yours.
I didn't heal when I slept there? Come on, man.
I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yes, but it wasn't just a dream. It was more like a memory. The temple I saw, it was the same as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Right. After I washed up on the shore, yes. Together with these visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them.
You don't know that.
All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What is Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
What if I want to go to the city on my own? I don't really want to say that. I want to know more about... I want to know more. Who is this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
The Holy Order? You mean the enforcers of the Light Board?
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council. Just an order of noble warriors, always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
That sounds like fun. I really don't want to say this. I won't. I won't do it.
Up to you. But without me accompanying you, the guards won't let you into the Sun Temple in Ark. And that's the only place you can get your fever treated.
All right, I'll help you. The faster you get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal
Just interrupt him for my level up. Thank you very much. We're gonna take another hit of health. I'll bust into stamina, probably 4th level.
Actually, peace. There are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and fakirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the red madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's death? Everyone in Nirim talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the gods? The Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
What do the Endralians, I guess, think about that?
Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment.
And here I thought the Endralians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it.
Splendid. You never know. But we digress.
Right. You mentioned something about a red madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yero, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
What did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
So, what's your role in all this? You said you worked for the Order, but I take it you're no monk?
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yero could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about that magister.
Doesn't matter. Yero grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yero's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yero throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yero grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yero's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Okay, so this is a cool idea. So quests get little markers on how difficult they are. So if a quest objective is marked by 1 or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of the side quest. At the same time, the level you should have for the quest. Remember. So 1 dot's very easy, 2 dots easy, 3 dots medium, 4 dots hard. So both of these are easy. Now let's see. I'm curious if they're actually marked that way in here. They aren't. So I'm not exactly sure where else you're supposed to see them. Oh wait, nope, there they are. So the void, right there on the side, these 2 are marked. This one's got nothing, and these have nothing. Hint, dialogues labeled knowledgeable grant you knowledge points. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so there you go. Now, before I end it, I know this has been a really conversation-heavy episode, and I apologize for that, but this is setting up the main story for next episode. We're going to talk to him one more time. He's got some other stuff we can go through. So since this is a conversation-heavy episode, we're going to do it. You said your job is recovering lost things. Does that mean you're some kind of treasure hunter?
Treasure hunter? That has a nice ring to it. But, But let's just say I help people to fulfill certain materialistic desires of theirs. Just like the Holy Warden who brings back the lost shoe to the maiden. Only the maiden pays me to do it. And I have a more flexible conscience, so to speak.
The mysterious sellsword. I like that. In other words, you're a criminal for hire. In other words, you're not so exactly obsessed with laws. I like this.
You do? That's good. But let's save the socializing for later, okay? Usually I am always in for a good talk, but for now let's focus on the mission.
Sure. You said your name was Jesper whatever. Isn't Dahl the title of nobility here in Enderal?
Huh. Well observed. Yes, I am indeed sublime by my path, but please, just ignore that, will you? I'm not a big fan of titles. Most of the time, they're just a means for boring people to feel superior towards others.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk to him about that. This is also an interesting read if you guys want to go through it, but it's like 100 pages. I'm not doing that right now. But that's something you can read and look over. But for now,
a good pie.
We're going to go ahead and call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys think I should do something else, if I've missed something, if you think of a mod I may benefit from in my playthrough, please let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. He's distracting me with his singing. Next episode, we're going to search some of these other areas systematically. And so we'll start here in the next episode. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.